In a significant diplomatic move, a delegation of African leaders has arrived in Russia for a crucial peace talk aimed at de-escalating the conflict in Ukraine. This high-profile meeting, led by Cyril Ramaphosa, the President of South Africa and current President of Brazil, has captured the attention of the international community. With tensions in Ukraine reaching a critical point, the involvement of African leaders in finding a peaceful resolution highlights the global significance of the crisis. The gathering, which took place in the city of Sochi, witnessed President Ramaphosa and his delegation engaging in extensive discussions with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The talks, held behind closed doors, lasted several hours, underlining the seriousness of the matter at hand. The meeting comes at a time when Ukraine is facing one of its most challenging periods in recent history. The conflict, which erupted several years ago, has seen a surge in violence and human suffering. As the international community grapples to find a peaceful solution, the involvement of African leaders adds a fresh perspective to the negotiations. President Ramaphosa, known for his diplomatic skills and commitment to peace, has been vocal about the need to end the war in Ukraine. His arrival in Russia, accompanied by a delegation of prominent African leaders, signifies the continent's solidarity with the people of Ukraine and their desire for a peaceful resolution. The African delegation's presence in Russia is a testament to the importance of collective action in addressing global conflicts. By uniting African nations and engaging in dialogue with Russia, the delegation aims to foster mutual understanding and find a way forward that prioritizes peace and stability. During the talks, President Ramaphosa emphasized the urgency of ending the war in Ukraine. He stressed the devastating impact of the conflict on the civilian population and highlighted the need for a swift and peaceful resolution. With his unwavering commitment to diplomacy, President Ramaphosa urged President Putin to consider all possible avenues to de-escalate the situation and bring an end to the violence. The outcome of the talks remains undisclosed as the negotiations continue behind closed doors. However, the fact that African leaders are actively involved in the peace process signals a positive step towards finding a resolution. Their presence not only lends credibility to the negotiations, but also demonstrates the global nature of the conflict and the shared responsibility of world leaders in resolving it. The participation of African nations in international diplomacy is not a new phenomenon. The continent has increasingly played a significant role in mediating conflicts and promoting peace across the globe. The presence of African leaders in Russia for this peace talk further solidifies Africa's growing influence in the realm of international relations. The African leaders' visit to Russia has garnered widespread attention from the international media. News outlets around the world have been closely monitoring the developments, recognizing the potential impact of this peace talk on the future of Ukraine and international relations at large. As the talks progress, the world awaits the outcome with bated breath. The African delegation, under the guidance of President Ramaphosa, brings a unique perspective to the table. Their involvement in finding a peaceful resolution to the conflict in Ukraine reinforces the belief that collective action and diplomacy are essential in resolving global crises. The talks in Sochi highlight the significance of multilateral cooperation in addressing complex geopolitical issues. By bringing together African and Russian leaders, the international community witnesses the power of dialogue and the potential for joint efforts in achieving lasting peace. In the coming days, the world will closely follow the developments emerging from the peace talks in Russia. The hopes and aspirations of millions of people affected by the conflict in Ukraine rest on the shoulders of President Ramaphosa and his delegation. Their ability to navigate the diplomatic landscape and foster meaningful dialogue will determine the trajectory of the peace process. The international community eagerly awaits a breakthrough that can pave the way for a peaceful resolution in Ukraine. While the road to peace may be challenging, the involvement of African leaders brings renewed hope and optimism. President Ramaphosa and his delegation are well-respected figures in the international arena, known for their diplomatic acumen and commitment to conflict resolution. Their presence in Russia serves as a reminder that global challenges require a collaborative approach, with nations from different regions coming together to find common ground. Moreover, the engagement of Boris in this peace talk adds another layer of significance. BRICS, a group consisting of 5 major emerging economies, including South Africa, holds considerable influence in the global landscape. As the current president of BRICS, President Ramaphosa's leadership in the peace process further amplifies the importance of finding a peaceful resolution in Ukraine. The African delegation's visit to Russia also underscores the growing partnership between Africa and Russia. In recent years, there has been a noticeable strengthening of ties between the two regions, encompassing various sectors such as trade, investment, and diplomatic cooperation. The peace talk provides an opportunity for Africa and Russia to deepen their collaboration and jointly contribute to global peace and stability. Beyond the immediate focus on Ukraine, the involvement of African leaders in this peace talk carries broader implications for Africa's role in global affairs. It highlights the continent's increasing prominence and influence on the international stage. African nations are demonstrating their commitment to addressing global challenges and shaping the narrative of international relations. As the negotiations continue, it is essential to recognize that finding a peaceful resolution in Ukraine will require compromise, open dialogue, and a commitment to addressing the root causes of the conflict. The African delegation's presence provides an opportunity to inject fresh perspectives and innovative approaches into the peace process. By bringing diverse voices to the table, the chances of reaching a comprehensive and sustainable solution increase. The outcomes of the talks will have far-reaching consequences. A successful resolution in Ukraine would not only bring relief to the affected population, but also strengthen global peace and security. It would serve as a testament to the power of diplomacy and multilateralism, showcasing the capacity of nations to come together in times of crisis and work towards a shared goal. Regardless of the immediate outcome, the engagement of African leaders in this peace talk serves as a reminder that Africa is an integral part of the global community. It reinforces the continent's commitment to upholding the principles of peace, justice, and stability worldwide. Africa's involvement in resolving conflicts extends beyond its borders, demonstrating its dedication to fostering a peaceful and prosperous world for all. The arrival of African heads of state in Russia for a peace talk, led by BRICS President Cyril Ramaphosa, marks a significant milestone in the international efforts to find a resolution to the conflict in Ukraine. The presence of African leaders underscores the global nature of the crisis and highlights the importance of collective action in addressing complex geopolitical challenges. As the negotiations continue, the world watches with anticipation, hoping for a breakthrough that can pave the way for a peaceful and prosperous future in Ukraine and beyond.